Hello students, welcome to the video English lessons produced by Center for Education and Human Resource Development. Today we are going to do a lesson from your grade 5 English book, Unit 1. Okay? We are going to practice some writing skills. Before that, I'd like you to watch a picture and we will discuss here what is our topic. Okay? Let's have a look on your screen. There you see a man. What do you think he is? Do you think he is a policeman or a pilot? What do you think? All right, students, he is somebody who carries letters, right? What do you see in his hand? Letters, right? So what do we call the man? He is carrying letters, envelopes, yes, and we call him mailman or postman, or you can call him a mail carrier, right? Have you seen such person around you? Sometimes, right? Not so often, because we have other facilities for such thing, right? We use letters for communication, and for communication, what do we have here? What facilities you have? You have mobiles, internet, all right, and emails. You can share your ideas and communicate to your friends, to your family and relatives, don't you? Okay, we have such facilities and we have less practice of writing letter, but students, still in some areas, in some fields, we have important role of writing letters. In the past days, there was a lot of use of letters. Okay, now let's have a look another picture. Look at this picture. Who is this boy? Have you seen him in your book? Yes, you have, definitely, right? He is a boy who is in jail. In the previous lesson, you studied a story about him. What was the story? I'll tell you in short, okay? Just to remind you what you studied in the previous lesson. There was a boy and an old man. The boy was put into a jail, and the old man, or his father, the boy's father was very old man, so he could not walk very well, and when the boy was inside a jail, then he wrote a letter to his son, okay, and he wrote his boy or his son that he cannot plant potatoes this season because he is an old man and he cannot dig up the land around his house. So there was a letter written like this, and the reply was that the boy warned his father not to dig up the land and be away from the land. By hearing or by knowing this, the policeman went there and dug up the land, dug up the garden plot, right? And then there was nothing, right? Can you remember this story? There was nothing, but the policeman dug up all the land and it was suitable for or ready for planting potatoes. So this is how he tricked and made the idea of working and helping his father, right? Okay, this was possible because of writing letter. Okay, what was the letter? I will show you here. Letter from dad was that, yes, I'm feeling pretty bad. Dear Babu, I'm feeling pretty bad because it looks like I won't be able to plant my potato garden this year. Okay, I'm reading it faster because you have already read this, okay? I want potatoes for the rainy season. I'm getting too old to be digging up, yes, a garden plot. If you were here all my troubles would be over. I want you to dig the plot for me. Okay, love, Dad. Okay, this is an example of a letter. Another reply, how he replied, let's see. Dear Dad, for heaven's sake, Dad, don't dig up that garden. That's where I buried the dead bodies. Okay, this was the reply. Okay, did you get some idea about what is letter? Okay, now let's do then our lesson of writing letters. It is from your Unit 1, and we are also going to practice writing sick leave letter. Okay, that is very helpful for you because you have to write many sick leave letters in a year. So I'll help you, and it will be very easier for you after watching this video. Please, students, keep watching, okay? Let's see what are letters and what are the parts of it. First, we will go to the types of it. There are two main different types of letter. Let's see, what are these? Can you guess? Okay, yes, that's we can call a formal letter, and another is informal letter. Okay, what do you understand by formal letter? Can you guess? Yes, it's those letters that you write to your school or other some offices. All right? And the informal letter means the letters which you send to your friends, to your family and relatives. Are you clear now, students? What are formal and informal letters? I think you are clear now, right? Okay, yes, formal means to your school, which you write to your office or teacher, and informal means to your friends, brothers, sisters, family or relatives, okay, uncle, aunt, and so on. Okay, now let's see another, it's parts. We have to understand what are the parts of a letter before writing it, right? There are certain fixed, it's format you have to follow. All right, let's then look at it. What are the parts of a letter? First, you have to write what? Date or address. What do you think? Okay, most of the time you get confused, right? We have to write address, and then comes the date. Okay, what do you write first? Address, and then next, just below the address, you write date. I'll explain it later more clearly, just to remind you the points here. And then we greet someone who is getting the letter, okay? Next, the body of a letter. Okay, body means the main part, what is the main message, what you write is the body part, okay? Let's see another point, another parts. This is ending of your letter. You have to end your letter, in a proper way without, just stopping anywhere. You cannot, right? So you have to put something there. Some specific words are there. I will make you clear later, okay? If you have some idea, you can guess, okay? Let's see the parts here in a letter, okay? This is a letter from your book, okay? First here, let's see, this is in the jumla, this is, we call it an address, right? Whose address is this? This is the address of a sender. Who is the sender here? Naveen Basnit. Okay, the sender is written at the last part of the letter, and the address is here. Okay, and date of the written time. Okay, so it's 16 July 2006. Okay, let's see the next part. Here is the name of the receiver. The headmistress, Janata Primary School, Jumla. And here is another address. Whose address is this? This is the address of the receiver, headmistress, the person whom you are writing. Are you clear, students? Okay, then we are going to the greeting part here. Okay, yes, for your teacher, you write, for your female teacher, you write, Dear Madam. Okay, let me read this. With due respect, I want to inform you that I cannot come to school tomorrow. My granny is sick and I want to take her to hospital. This is the message. So what do we call this part? What do you call? Body. Okay, we will talk about it again. Okay, and then this is yours faithfully is the ending and closing part of the letter. Students, we will discuss about it later in more detail. So don't get confused, just keep on watching. Okay, let's see the next another format here. Okay, sometimes we see dates and the closing lines written in another part. So to get you, to make you clear, I've just given you here some idea that sometimes we write this address and the date in the right side of your right corner, on the top right corner of your page or your copy. Okay, do you understand now? The earlier letter had the address and date here in this left side of the page. So another format is that you can also follow writing on the right top corner of your page. Are you clear, students? Okay, then you can also end your letter or put your sign on the left bottom of your letter. Okay, this is another format. Sometimes you may get confused, but you can follow the either. Okay, let's see the next parts of a formal letter. We just before earlier talked about two types of letter. They have certain difference. Okay, so we have to find out what are the. Let's see parts of formal letter. In formal letter, we have to be careful about writing certain things. Like first, you write address, that is the same thing, and then the date comes as before. Another is the difference is here in this third part, the name and address of a person whom you are writing. This is only in the formal letter or the letter which you write to your school or other offices. Okay, not to your relatives. Another is greeting. The way we greet is different, but we will talk about it later. And the greeting is there after the name and address of the person whom you are writing. Another point is the subject. Okay, in formal letter we write subjects, but this is not compulsory. Sometimes you can skip it. All right, students, let's see another. And the main part of the letter is the body part after the subject or greeting. And then comes ending. You end with certain lines in a letter. And then comes your closing. You write certain words or phrase like yours faithfully or just yours or sincerely in formal letters, and you sign then under there is your full name at the end of your letter. Okay, students, these were the parts of a formal letter. Then what is the next? Let's see. Letter format of formal letter. Okay, this is the format. Okay, when you write sick leave, that is also kind of formal letter. So you can apply this format in your sick leave. All right, students. First, as we said, you write address at the top corner, okay, on the right, and then comes date just below it, not on the same line, okay? Are you clear? Okay, then what is the next? Can you guess? Okay, yes, the name, and then comes the person's address, and you greet here, or you have subject sometimes, and then you greet someone, the person whom you are writing. Okay, are you getting me? Okay, you are getting, right? Okay, then what is the next? The body, the main message, what you are saying or what you are requesting. This is the body of your letter. And then the ending, and comes your closing. Okay, yours faithfully. Usually you can use faithfully with to your teacher. All right, are you clear? You can write faithfully when you are writing the letter to your teacher. Okay, let's see. Yes, signature and full name also we have to put here. Don't forget. Parts of informal letters. Okay, let's see the difference. Okay, there is not so much difference in the format, but there are in language and the way we present. Okay, so it is the same address, and you write the date, you write greetings, you skip the person and the address of the person whom you are writing in informal letters. You don't write to someone. Okay, so you just say dear friend or dear mother or your brother, and you greet and start your letter, and then comes the body. All right, students, and then next is the ending, and like before we said, yours faithfully, and you sign there, and your names on at the end. All right, are you clear about the parts? Okay, don't be confused with the formal and informal. They are almost similar. You have to just practice it. Okay, let me show you another format of an informal letter. Okay, your address is at the top, and then date and greetings, and the body is here. Okay, your greeting means I'll show you later what is greetings and what is your date, how you write address. I'll tell you, just look at it, where are their places. And yours loving, you close here and you sign, and then you write your name. Okay, are you following me? Okay, yeah, I will help you in the next. Yes, look at this picture. Here you see how we write salutations or greetings for informal letter. You can say hi brother, hi sister, or hi your friend's name, or hello Ram or Sita, hey, yes, and dear with a comma. Okay, you have to put comma after you write your friend's name or your relative's name. And you can start, thanks for your letter that I received yesterday. You can say how you felt. You can say how you are, what is your health, how is your health, and you can also ask there. And these are the informal things. You share feelings and your emotions in informal letters, and in formal letter we don't talk about this. Okay, that is the difference. And you say at the end, bye for now, I hope to see you soon, and you close the letter with such words like, you can say love and your name, and lots of love, or you can say best wishes, or you can say take care, or yours. Any of these you can use according to your choice. If you like love, or if you like take, you can choose according to your choice. Okay, these are the ways of writing informal letters. Okay, let's see informal letter from the text again. Yes, it was written to Babu by the old man from your, the story from your book, which we just read and said earlier. The date, address here, and then address, here it's greeting, and it's the feeling, expression, and love, dad. This is, you can read it, okay? This is for you. Okay, let's move to the next. Here is the reply, how you can also reply. Sometimes you may be, confused how to reply some letter. You can just express what you, want to say in the same format. For example, address, date, and you greet. Your father said, dear Babu, and you are going to say, dear dad. And then you express what you want to say. Just be simple and start whatever you feel. Okay? He says that for heaven's sake, yes, dad, don't dig up that garden. He wanted to warn his father, right? So he wrote like this. The letter can be long, sometimes according to your message. Sometimes it can be as short as this sentence. This is just one sentence, right? Do you see here? This is one sentence. So its letter is simple. Letter is not so difficult to write because it's your message. Whatever you want to say, you can write in this body part. But you have to follow this format, okay? Here is the love Babu. This is the son's name, and here is the dad who is getting the letter. Okay? Are you getting me? Okay, let's practice more. This is the letter from your book, and it's the exercise is 11, and we are going to read and write the similar sick leave. I'll help you to write, okay? Let's first read it aloud. I'm going to help you. You can follow me loudly with your loud voice. Don't hesitate to pronounce these words with me, okay? Okay, let's start. The headmistress, Janata's primary school, Jumla. Okay, I missed the here date. First, we have to read it here. There is a date. We earlier said address and date, but your book has got this, date only. You can use the format as I said, or this one as well as your book has, given to you. But better you write address and then the date. Okay. Okay, let's start. 16 July 2006. This is the date. Headmistress, Janata Primary School, Jumla. Okay, this is the person. Headmistress means head teacher who is getting the letter. Dear Madam, with due respect, I want to inform you that I cannot come to school tomorrow. The reason is my granny is sick and I want to take her to hospital. Okay, what do you see here? Here is a request that he want to inform that he cannot come to school tomorrow, and the reason is that granny is sick and he is going to help her to take to hospital. Okay, then closing is here, yours faithfully. You can use the same line for your later, yours faithfully. All right, students, and your name, Navin Basnet, is here, grade 5. Can you follow this structure? You just have to add address here. I haven't written here because your book has not given there. You can add. Okay, let's see the parts again. Can you arrange the parts in order? I have some task for you. Okay, let's see the parts. I'm going to break the letter which we just read. Now you have to arrange them in order. Okay, are you getting me? What I am going to do, you have to order it in a letter format. Okay. Well, students, let's see. These are the broken parts of the same letter we just read earlier. You have to put it in order in the right place. All right, students, can you do that? Let's imagine this is the page of your paper. Okay, you're writing a letter here and you have to write in correct order. Can you do that? Okay, let's see one. The headmistress. Where was it? Was it here or was it there? What do you think? It was somewhere here, right? Somewhere here. And where was it? Was it at the beginning or at the end? It was somewhere here. Can you imagine where is it? Is it here? Okay, I guess. Okay, let's see. And then what is this? This is Janata Primary School. Where does it go? This is the address of the headmistress, right? Okay. Then what do you put at the beginning? We have date. Where do we put it? At the top, right? Are you getting me? And there is a person, Naveen Basnit. Who is he? Where does he write? Sorry, where is this placed? Okay, at the end. Okay, now this is, what part is it? Greeting. After the name and address, we greet the person, right? And then comes the body. In the body, you write like this, right? With due respect, I want to inform you that. And then comes, this is the reason why he is writing the application, right? Okay, so this is how. Now can you read? The date is 16 July and 2006. The headmistress, Janata Primary School, Jumla. Dear Madam, with due respect, I want to inform you that I cannot come to school tomorrow. My granny is sick and I want to take her to hospital. All right, students, these are the components that we have to put in the proper order. So I just told you, I just showed you where to put these parts here in a letter. So let's, I think you have now clear idea about the parts. Now let's move to the next question. What your textbook asks you is to write a letter, okay, to your teacher. Your grandpa is sick and you want to stay home and take care of him. In the earlier letter, there was grandma, okay, and she was sick and Naveen was taking the leave. Now grandpa is sick here. The situation is the grandpa is sick, and what you are going to do is stay home and take care of him. Okay, so reason is your grandpa is sick. What you're going to do is you are staying home and taking care of him. Can you combine this same thing and create your letter? I think you can. In place of here, with due respect, you can start with the same thing. All right, students, same starting sentence. then you can write that I want to inform you that I cannot come to school tomorrow. This is also same. Okay, are you clear? You can write the letter right in the same format. You can change the headmaster, headmistress to maybe your class teacher or head teacher, and you can change the address. You have to change your date, because the date is it's old date here. Now you can write the recent one, and you can follow the other things like, with due respect, I want to inform you that I cannot come to school tomorrow. Now here is granny, and your question has given your grandpa. So you can add here what? Your grandpa. Can you replace that word? Yes, you can replace the word granny is sick and I want to. What do you want to do? Your question says you want to stay home and take care of him, right? You want to stay home and take care of him. Okay, this is the task or job you are going to do, and the reason is your grandpa is sick. This is how you are creating another letter, and there comes the closing line where here you can write the same this letter or word, and then here you have to change this name because it's not Naveen, it's you who is sending the letter. Are you getting me? You have to write your name here, your name. Okay, what is your name? Okay, yes, you write here, okay, that name which you said, you are going to write here. If your name is Rina, you are writing Rina here, and your surname, you sign here, you give a signature here, and you can write also your class. Okay, all right, this is the way you can develop your sick leave letter. Okay, I'll help you more with other helping lines. Okay, I'll give you some short, clear other information about address and date. How we can write the address here. Let's see, Sanotimi Bhaktapur. This is how you write the smaller one first, and then the bigger city letter, and then you write the date. You write the month in word, and then the date here. This, for example, May 6 and 2020. Or if you would like to write in Nepali, then you can write Jesta 22 2077. Okay, this is the format you can follow while writing address and date. Next, greeting. How you greet? You greet like dear friend if you are writing informal letters, and you can write Rina as well. You can write dear sir for formal letter, or respected sir, and you have comma after these. Okay, here I missed here. Let's see, these are informal letter and these two are for formal letters. Okay, you can greet like this. Let's see the another part, subject. You just skip the subject for informal letter, and for formal letter you can say that an application for sick leave. You can write an application for sick leave for your formal letter, and for your informal letter you don't write. Okay, are you getting me? All right, students. Then when you have to write body parts, I gave you one way. There are different ways of writing the body parts. Okay, and this is the main part of the letter, and you can make it more beautiful and more creative by using varieties of such sentences starters like you can say, this is to kindly inform you that I am unable to come to school. You can start like this. And I request you to grant me 2 days leave from date to this date to that date, as I am suffering from high fever and doctor has advised me to have a rest. You can join with this, reason. Okay, now the next starter you can also say, as I am suffering from high fever, I kindly request you to grant me. Same thing, you can, yes, you can join this starter with this reason. Next is, as I am going home for, yes, you have a lot of works. Sometimes you have to be at home and not take the class. At that time you say, as I am going for home for a puja or some important job, you can again say, I kindly request you to grant me 2 days leave or 1 day leave or 3 days. You just join it. Students, please take notes of this, okay? It will be very helpful for you. You can make many kinds of letters, different types of letter, sick leave letters with this body part starters. Okay, here are another. As we have a puja at home, again you can say, I kindly request. Another is, I am a student of class 5. From Sunday I have been suffering from a high fever. Again, and say, I kindly request you to grant me, and again the leave. Okay, last one, with due respect. As we just practiced this one, you can say, with due respect, I kindly request you to grant me 2 days leave. Again, the same, this colored part you can combine with this starters. Another is just simply you can say, I am writing to request you to grant me 2 days leave from this date to that date. Again, the same thing, okay? Is it easy now? I think it will be very helpful for you if you note this, if you take this, copy this, and then use it, okay? Others are the same thing. You can use these starters to make a different letter or better letters. Okay, body of a letter, for example, yes, you can just say it as we said, and then the ending, how you end. Informal, you say, best we say is love and so on, right? Take care, you can say for informal letters. And for formal letters, you say yours faithfully, or just you can say sincerely, or just faithfully yours. Okay, this is the way. And then you finally sign and you write your full name. Okay, this is the ending part of your letter. Now this is the letter I just created, which we practiced already. You can read it and just practice it. We have already created this one. You changed the words, certain words, and made your letter. And this is the exercise from your writing unit 1, exercise 12. Okay. Well, students, let's look at just one informal letter. You can write like this: Tatapani Magdi, June 14, 2020. Dear friend, okay, it's been a long time we haven't met. How are you? I hope you are fine there. Me and my family are fine here. It was a good time when you came here last time. We did a lot of fun together. We danced, we sang and watched movies. My parents still talk about you. You are my best friend. Our summer vacation is coming near. We will go to visit zoo and fun park. Will you join us? Convey my namaste to your parents. See you soon. Yours, Rani. Okay, just you can say yours or love or any you like, any caring word you like for informal letter. Okay, this is an example, just a help for you if you like to learn informal letter, which you can write to your friend. Okay. Well, all right, this is the ending part, and we have to create an envelope with the name and address. Who is the sender here? You are the sender and you write your name here, and another is the receiver in the other side, and you have a stamp, okay, in a letter, and then comes this is the address, and we call it also a return address. If receiver doesn't excuse me, if the receiver doesn't receive your letter, then it will come back to you. So this is your return address. Okay, thank you very much, students. This is your envelope, and you can create it after you finish your letter. All right, students, we have finished writing letters, and this is the format or picture of your envelope. When you finish writing, you put it into an envelope, right? You have to put it in an envelope like this. You can buy it. You have seen it, I think, in your stationery, and you write like this. You put a stamp, your name is here, and receiver's name's on the other side. Okay, all right, students, thank you very much. I hope you have enjoyed the video and learned some of the skills of writing letters or sick leave letters. We will see in the next video. Thank you